Okay.
Absolutely delighted. It was a bit of a rearguard action for long periods, but one what they done really, really well. You know, getting points in our position is the most important thing. And the players fought unbelievably hard to get through, having to finish probably played 15, 20 minutes with 10 men. So I think you have to give them incredible praise for how they performed today.
It was a rearguard action, but for all that Brighton had possession and had shots and really create many clear-cut opportunities, it was a bit more savvy than just a backs-to-the-wall defence.
No, I agree. I think they had, I'm getting told they had one shot on target, but that's not doing Brighton a disservice, because Brighton are a really good side and play well and really good football. I think there was probably a bit more credit in how well we defended balls in the box, round the box, the goalkeeper. We defended the corners in the main really well, when we were under pressure. So again, just big credit to the players for their performance. And look, it's the first back-to-back win I think we've had all season. We're in a position which we need to get points, whereas Brighton, I think, are just off, was it 3 wins in a row and 9 unbeaten? So to come to Brighton today and get a result for us is some result.
You're still obviously new to being back at Everton.
Yeah.
What do you think your biggest takeaway, your biggest lesson on that group of players was today?
Well, I don't think I've learned a great deal, except that I know that I was coming into a group who they were hard to beat. I think, with respect, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think they had maybe second best clean sheets in the Premier League, something like that.
Yeah.
So today was another one to add to that, and that's a great habit to have, is not to concede goals. And but what we need to do is we want it to, in the future, we're hoping to get better play, more goals. I thought there was bits of our play in the first half okay. We tried to get a bit of control of the game, but once again I said Brighton were the team who are in form at the moment.
And do you have any news at the moment on Calvert, Lewin or Mangala?
They don't look great, either of them, but the medical team have told me to let you know that they'll get assessed first and then we'll make a decision. But I think they think that they're not the best, either of them, at the moment.
And that probably doesn't change what you were looking to do with the transfer, but does it add a bit more?
Yeah. I think it does. Yeah, I feel as if that. It depending on what comes back from their assessments, so I'll decide a little bit more to whether we're having to go and do something which we may have to do on what we've seen. Thank you.
Yes.
Let's ask Dom, what's the injury?
I think it's a hamstring. Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. And apart from that and another injury, it's basically the perfect day for you.
Yeah, look, I've got to say, Mangala's got a bad injury as well, so we've had a difficult day, and if we had actually come away and not got a result today, it would have felt much sorer because of the couple injuries we've picked up. So that was great credit to the players, their effort, the commitment to get a result under the circumstances.
And obviously not having won away for a long time, do you think this can really give the players quite a lot of confidence?
Well, I hope so, because Brighton will be playing as well as most teams in the Premier League. And you have to remember, before I came in, Everton had picked up some really good draws away from home. Arsenal one of them. Yeah, and so a couple others, Man City. So, maybe in a way you say, hey, there's a wee bit of that in it, that we can be little bit hard to play against and hard to beat, and we showed that today. What we need to do is add a little bit more goals wise, etc. And we lacked that, certainly. But I have to say, Brighton really turned up the heat in the second half, and it was hard to keep them out.
Paul?
Then congratulations on your 700th.
Thank you. Yeah.
The victory.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I will. 700 games. And I hope I'm not in any way boastful, but I just think 700 games is quite an achievement in the Premier League, when we're probably talking about managing in the best league in the world, which entertains most of the best managers in the world at some time in their career. And I've got 700 behind probably two of the best, probably the two, maybe you could put Jose Mourinho in it, and Pep, certainly, if you're talking about the best. But to be just below sort of Arsene and Alex was quite pleasing.
Just on slightly more contentious, Brighton didn't think it was a penalty whatsoever.
Well, I've got to say, I don't like being. I actually think it's a definite penalty. I think he used his hand, and I can understand maybe they think there was pressure from Beto, but Beto's job's to get pressure. The defender's job's to find a way of clearing the ball or releasing it. You know, if he'd knocked out for a corner earlier, maybe he wouldn't have the problem. But it definitely hits his arm. So my feeling was it was a penalty.
Just a bit of special interest. Jake O'Brien, can you give us a little word about
Yeah, Jake.
doing and why you decided to?
Yeah, I think he was the one player who, to be fair, Leighton Baines played him in the cup against Peterborough, and I'd watched the game, and I thought he'd done quite well, and his day as a centre half. But you know, a lot of young central defenders make their debuts as full-backs. I was one when I was at Celtic, for example. But if you look at a lot of centre-backs, it's a bit like sometimes midfield players might have to play wide to get their centre. So Jake at the moment might need to. We have got two really good centre-backs. So to get him in, we've tried to use him a little bit as a full-back, a little bit of a hybrid at times, sometimes playing a bit further in, and try and get him some game time. And he's improving. He's got a long way to go. He's got a lot of things to do. But I've been really pleased. The two performances, he's come into the team and we've won 2 games. So, great. Yeah, and today, in the main, he kept Matoma pretty quiet overall.
Final one from over there.
Yeah, just on the 700 games, Arsenal's 828 and Alex at 10. Do you see yourself getting into those figures?
No. No. I don't. It just seems too far away. Recent years, I've been really. Recent years, I've got to the 700, obviously, but that would probably be about another 4 seasons in the Premier League. You know what I mean? So, hey, you never know in life, you know. But the sport itself's getting much younger. You know, there's some. The coach here's doing a marvellous job. The young coach here's doing a marvellous job with his team. You know. And I think if you said to them, do you think you'll get to 700 Premier League games? I think they say, oh, no chance, we're not doing it that long. So at the time when I started young, I didn't think I would ever get to this point. But, I'm proud of it. Why should I not be? Yeah.
Right, folks?
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
See you later. Cheers, thank you. Cheers.
Sorry, boss.
David, so is Mangala a knee?
It's his knee, yeah.